And just like that, women in pharmacy, nothing held back. This is your time. This is the day. This is the moment where you make a decision. You make a decision to do what? To go pursue your dreams, to make it happen. And there's no one better on the planet to teach you than the Jericka Dodd.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. It is now. It is right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, maybe wherever you are. Good evening, good morning. I am so excited. So excited. Do you know what? I've been jumping for a long time. I've been taking leaps for a long time. And I just took another one. I took another one. And you know what? Every time I'm about to take a leap, it's so easy to get in my head. It's so easy to be like, oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. How does it all work? It's so easy to do all of that. But you know what? I had to go forward, not look back, and just keep at it. So here we are on day one. Day one. Do you hear me? Let me first say thank you, thank you, thank you. Obviously, I cannot thank enough people because I'm sure I would forget someone. But thank you to everyone who shared the post, liked the post, invited someone who said, you need to see this. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who said, what do you need? Can I help you? I'm cheering for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As she said, I am Dr. Jericka Dodd, founder and CEO of Your Pharmacy Advocate, as well as the executive editor of Pharmacist Magazine. Have you seen my magazine? You probably remember me opening live saying that. However, I am here these 3 days because I want you to understand something that you probably see me sign most of my lives with, something that you probably see me say, your dreams are urgent. You know why? You know why your dreams are urgent? Because I used to think I would get around to it someday. I would get around to it at some point. But as I've been saying, tomorrow never comes. So when you think about your dreams, you've got to write urgent in all capital letters, underline, exclamation point, because what are you waiting on? How long are you going to sit around and plan until the kids are older, until there's more money in the bank, until I've been at the job this many years? Your dreams are urgent. I talk to women in pharmacy every day of the week, and I hear things like, I know I'm meant for more. I hear things like, you know what? There's got to be more than this. You know what? This isn't what I envisioned when I came out of school. You know what? I really don't feel appreciated. I really don't feel like my knowledge is respected. I don't feel like my service is appreciated. I hear people say, I would love to do this if only I could figure out. I would like to do that, but I'm just not sure. Who would listen to me? Who would buy my products? Who would purchase my services? Who? So with that, I want you to understand that I had all those same questions. You see, the first 40 plus years of my life, I thought that in addition to being a pharmacist, I thought that my job was to make sure that everyone's wants, wishes, dreams, and desires came true. I thought that was what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be the one to help everyone else be happy. And I convinced myself that I was happy as long as they were happy. Well, you know what? That led to me almost being paralyzed. For 13 years, I had these medical symptoms. And, I like to describe it like the whack-a-mole game at the fair. You know how you go and you have that mallet and the little mole pops up and then you take the mallet and you knock it down? That's how I was dealing with my health. One symptom would pop up, I'd run to the doctor, get a prescription, and then keep going because my job was to make everyone else happy. And then another symptom or circumstance in my health would pop up, and I'd take that mallet and knock it down. But I tell you what, that's not the way you want to play with your health. And so it led me right to the neurosurgeon's office. Yep, you heard me, the neurosurgeon's office. And now that I think back on that, I think back that when I went to his office to have the consultation, I didn't even take anybody with me. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that we're just going to go have a little conversation. But let me tell you this, when you go see the neurosurgeon, he's likely going to talk about you having surgery. He or she is likely going to talk about you having surgery. So I go to the neurosurgeon's office and he says to me, "You need to have brain surgery." And I'm like, "What? No." And I thought, being a healthcare professional myself, never mind that I had put Band-Aids over 13 years worth of symptoms, I thought, being a healthcare professional myself, that I could handle this conversation. So I said to him, "Well, what happens if I don't do it?" Because I'm thinking that we're just having a conversation about what my options were. And he quickly told me, "If you don't do it, you'll be paralyzed." And so I was like, well, that's not quite the option that I was thinking that we were going to talk about, but okay. And I said, well, okay, because again, I'm the healthcare professional and I'm going to have a conversation about, what the options are. So I said, well, I think it was like March of that year, very late March of that year. And he says, "You need to have surgery." And I say, how long can I wait? How long do I have is the exact question I asked him. So if you can imagine me sitting in the neurosurgeon's office and he says, "You need to have surgery." And I say, "How long do I have?" I'm basically asking him, how long do I have until I'm paralyzed? And he says, "You don't have long, because you have one of the worst cases I've ever seen. I do not have a crystal ball. I can't tell you how long you have. But what I do know is you need to have this surgery." So here I am trying to discuss what my options were, trying to delay it as long as possible, because you understand, I was busy. I had to make everyone else's wants, wishes, dreams, and desires happen. And so I came to my senses and decided, okay, I guess I better do this. Being paralyzed is not really what I'm looking forward to being for the rest of my life. So I'll tell you that the story of my neurosurgery and that journey, it's not about the surgery. It's about the fact that I almost didn't. I almost didn't have surgery. I almost didn't. Do you hear me? I almost didn't. I'm sitting, first of all, I went by myself. Second of all, I had the nerve to sit and try to discuss what my options were. My options. I only had one option, and that was to have surgery. And it didn't matter who needed me. It didn't matter what had to wait. It didn't matter what didn't get done. I needed to have surgery. So it was probably the first time in my adult life that I had ever considered prioritizing me. Prioritizing me. Do you know how many women don't prioritize themselves? And it doesn't matter if you're married or not, if you have children or not. It matters that you prioritize yourself, however, because if you're married, then oftentimes your spouse and your children, they take center stage. If you're not married, I promise you, I'm not, and I wasn't at the time. Work, family, all kinds of other obligations take center stage. And you just get into this crazy thought pattern thinking that everything is going to break down if you're not there. And that is so crazy. You know why? Because I almost allowed the course of my life to change drastically. I would not be standing here before you today if I had made a different decision. I really do believe that that set of circumstances happened in order for me to learn how to start prioritizing myself. But you have to know that even after having brain surgery and after that recovery, I went right back to what I was used to, right back to what I was used to. And that's what I'm going to teach from today, is talk to you about how important it is to prioritize yourself. Because once I prioritized myself, I was able to do the things that I've done these last 4 years that blow my mind. And so I came here today. That's why I'm doing a live preview, because I want to give the opportunity for anyone who's like been like, you know how pharmacists are. We're very analytical. And so we have probably said, well, let me see what the return on investment is. Okay, so she is going to be teaching from 11 to 5. And, if I put in this many dollars, then I don't know. If you are that person and you're overthinking it and you're analyzing it, let me just say this. If you can't answer that you are loving your life, if you don't love where you live, if you don't love what you get up and spend hours out of the day doing, then you need to be in this room. Because unfortunately, I had to go down the track of having brain surgery, but sometimes other people go in different directions. Different things happen in different people's lives, but you don't want to have one of those hit the brick wall moments where you have to, like, life has to get your attention, like something drastic has to happen before you go, oh, I think I need to go in a different direction. And the people that I talk to who tell me about going to work day in, day out, every day, and hating what they do, or not liking the place, or not liking their coworkers, and hiding from their manager, and feeling like this, and this. Someone told me the other day, I accepted a job and they told me it was going to be this, but it has totally been something different, and I'm just waiting. And so what I want to know is, what can I do on my own? That was the question to me. If that's you or something similar, if you're not in love with your life, if you're not in love with what you spend hours a day doing, then you've got to make a change. You've got to do something different. And so I want to invite you. There's a ticker scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and maybe in the chat somewhere, there'll be some links where you can get your ticket, because this is just a little preview here, a pre-show, but we are definitely headed into the room, because I'm going to start training. And today I'm going to talk about mindset. I'm going to talk about how to get your mind in the right place, so that when you start down the track of pursuing things that you never thought possible, pursuing things that you've dreamed of, but you've only, whispered your dreams. I used to have a coaching client who said she would tuck her dreams under her pillow when she got up to leave for work every day. She'd tuck her dreams under the pillow. And she was so excited that she no longer had to tuck her dreams away under the pillow. So with that, I'm going to invite you to head into the room with me. Get your ticket. There's a VIP ticket. There is a general admission ticket. If you're a technician or a student and you're seeing this, you definitely can get that ticket and get a discount code that'll all be posted somewhere in the chat around here. And with that, I want you to come on in the room. Spend 3 days with me and let me tell you why your dreams are urgent. Let me tell you how to take your dreams and how to start moving forward, how to start putting one foot in front of the other. Those of you who feel like you have to see the finish line before you can ever get started, that's not how this works. That's not how life works. And so I invite you to join me for the Women in Pharmacy Nothing Held Back virtual summit that's taking place today. I can't be more thrilled that you're here, because I have so much to share with you, so much to inspire you with, so much to push you out of your comfort zone. I was told by a very special lady that everything you want is on the outside of your comfort zone. So what I have learned to do is stay uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable, because we're humans, and every time we get the opportunity, it's like when you wake up in the morning and you want to hit the snooze button and you want to pull the covers over because it's warm, especially in the winter. Well, it's important that you stay uncomfortable, because everything that I've gone for has been outside of my comfort zone. My knees may have been knocking, my teeth may have been chattering, but the reward is awesome. The reward is great. And so if you stay in your comfort zone, we already know what that's going to get you. It's the, I don't like the hours I spend, can't even be myself. It's the, I don't like my boss. It's the, I have these ideas, but I don't want anybody to take them, so I'll just sit on them, and then nothing ever happens with them. That's what happens when we stay in our comfort zone. When we stay in our comfort zone, we sit, especially on the sidelines of social media, we sit on the sidelines and say that we are just going to watch them do it. Because, women, we tell ourselves stories about ourselves and about other women, and we go, oh, well, see, she's lucky. Oh, well, see, she's smart. Oh, well, wait, no, I know. She's got a husband that makes a lot of money. That's why she can do all that. We tell stories to ourselves about ourselves and about other people. I'm not as smart as she is. I'm not as pretty as she is. I don't have the lucky streaks that she has. That's what we do. But I tell you this. You want to get out of your comfort zone, quit telling yourself stories about yourself and about other people. You want to do the work. There's no easy button. It's not easy. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to this pre-show. I will see those of you who are ticket holders in the room. Take care, and we'll see you soon.